In this video, we will be showing you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. So, let's get right into it. So, scramble your cube. And I wrote that down. So, it's a 2x2. There's 4 steps. First is the white side. Second is the first layer, like all around the first layer. Third is the yellow side. And fourth is the last layer. And you do have to memorize 3 algorithms. And those 3 algorithms are all going to be in the second, third, and fourth layer. So each, second, third, and fourth layer each have 1 algorithm in them. And this is to solve the yellow side. So, yeah. So the first step is solving the white side. You will have to solve 3 white pieces, or white pieces on the same side, and then the fourth one is just going to be really easy. You can either, so you solve 2, and then you just line it up with a 3, like that. Here, let's try and make it. So you find one, you look around, you pull it down. That might, you don't want that, you wanted a bar like this, or like that, or like that. So you just correct it, then you move it over so it's 3. Then when you have the last one, you have it above, kind of like I showed you how to make the first layer on the white side when you had to have it on its like that, like on the top or that, and then I showed you how to solve that. You will either have it on the top that way or that. Okay, if it's like this, you just move it like that. Okay, so it's doesn't intercept. Just out, back, and then in. If you have it like that, you just do I act like that's white. Okay, that out. So you do out, in. So then you just solve that. And then if you have it on top, act like that orange is white. Move it on top 2 times, and then back, and then that. So now it's oriented like that. Okay. But after when solving the white side, you will now solve. So now the white side's done. Now you will solve the first layer, and this does require 1 algorithm. So if you will either have 1 bar or headlights, just like how I showed you how to do the white side. Just kind of 2 colors on the same side. So in this case, I have 1. If you have 1, you put it away. If you have all 4, you've already solved, this layer has already been solved. If you have none, then it's just, you don't have anywhere to orient it, so you just leave it how it is. If you do have none, and then you do this algorithm, it might just solve 1 side, and then you just have to put it to the back, and then do the algorithm again. So when you have it in the back, you do this algorithm, okay? Down on the right side, I like to do it. So if it's like this, outward is that. If it's right there, then it's like that. So you always pull it down on the right side first. Then you do it out, then back up. Then you pull it like this. Then you pull the left side down, and then out. So you just put that white piece in, and then back up, and then pull it back down, out, and then pull it back up. Then you just solve the entire first layer. So this video is probably not going to be that long because we've already gotten 2 layers or 2 steps, and it's only been 4 minutes in the video. So then we're going to flip the side and put it on the white, or the yellow side, and put the white side on the bottom. So you will either have these, you will either have that circumstance, these 4 circumstances. If you have it if you have 1, you put it in the bottom left. If you have 2, you put it in the top right and the bottom right. If you have it kind of like a checkered pattern, you put it in the top right and the bottom left. You will not have it oriented like that. Okay, you don't want it like that. And you don't want this to be like right there, or that to be right there, or whatever. You want to keep this all correct. So in this case, I have none, so that's why I put that third circumstance right there. If you have none, you do this algorithm, okay? I'll flip over the sheet. So these are the algorithms. So this algorithm you do, if you already know algorithms, you do that algorithm. If this is how to solve the last layer, and we're not going to get into that yet. But I'm going to, you can take like a screenshot, and so you can see those algorithms. I'm going to put it right there, so you can take a screenshot of it, and then try and memorize those. But I have none. So look at this one more time. Orient it like that. You like take another screenshot if you want to. So orient it how it's correct. In case I have none, so it doesn't matter. Then you do this algorithm. I'm going to be leaving the paper like this, okay? So, and then I'm going to be doing it. So R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So that did not do anything. That just got one yellow. So how to, like, cheap tips how to memorize that is, I think of it as like a pattern. So the R's are always going to be in a pattern, okay? In algorithms, there's always a pattern. Well, there might not be in some advanced methods, but this is not prime, this is prime. This is not prime, this is prime. So you have R not prime, R prime, R not prime, R prime. So I just like to say that the R's have a pattern, and then it's always, the U is never prime. So memorize that. And then remind yourself of something that makes the third U be 2. But yeah, so then I have that, so make it like that, and not like that, or that, or that. Put it like that. So doing that algorithm again, right? U, R prime, U, R, U2, U prime, or R prime, I mean. Oh, that solved the yellow side. So that only took 2 times. It might not take 2 times. It might take more times. It might take 3, 4, 5. I think the max is like 6 or 7. But you just keep on doing that algorithm. So now that we have that's the first. Got the entire yellow side. One more step. Now you might have, so then you put the white side down. This is probably the longest algorithm. But if you have, so then you look at the last layer, and if you have one bar on the left, this does not have a bar, this does not have a bar, this does not have a bar, and this does have a bar. If you do have a bar, then you line it up with its bottom bar with the same color. So this is blue and this is green. You line it up with its all green. Okay, so you solve that side. Then you have 3 sides solved. If you don't have a bar, then you just put it like, it doesn't matter how it is, and then you do the algorithm, and then you probably will have 1 bar. So I think the max it'll take is two times to do this algorithm. So if you have a bar, line it up. Then you put it on the back side. There are multiple ways to put it on the back side. You can just, if you don't want to rotate the cube and make it take less time, just do a 2 move on the green, and then kind of hold it like this, and then I kind of like flick it with the ring finger, so now it has that. So when you have the solve side in the back, if you don't have solve side, it's fine. You just keep it how it was. If you do move it when it's unsolved, you don't have to move it back. It doesn't matter. So solve side, now you do this algorithm. You do that algorithm. Okay, let's see. So you have the green in the back. Then you do right prime, front, right prime, and that's a B, so that would be back 2, right, F prime, R. And when you see this pattern where each side has, like, this side has none of the same color. This side is none of the same color. That means that you only have 6 moves to solve the cube. Actually 7, technically, but you have 6 on the algorithm, which means back 2, forward 2, back 2. That was 6 moves, and then technically that would be 7. But that was a tutorial on how to solve the 2